Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. My name is Brianna. I am a certified personal trainer, a big, huge biology geek, and a registered dietitian to be. Today we're going to get yet another lesson from some MLM distributors about nutritional bits and health and wellness and all that kind of stuff. Some of this information includes ketones, why we need to be taking them, and a weird, crazy, probably diarrhea-inducing 12-day detox. Are they healthcare professionals? No. Are they registered dietitians? Of course not. Are they gonna sit here and push their products anyway? You bet. Before we proceed, if you love science-based health, wellness, and fitness education with some lulls along the way, please do some dirty things with that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. So this video, I guess, can be thought of as kind of a continuation on my last video on this topic. Just a bunch of MLM coaches doing what they do best, and that is spewing all kinds of pseudoscientific nutritional nonsense, pushing their products as the holy grail of quick fix to all of your problems, all the while reducing the credibility of actual health and fitness professionals. That last one ends right here on this channel. So the first video we're gonna watch is actually of someone that we have seen before. This is a Beachbody coach. She's talking about a detox that she and her husband did. This is not a Beachbody program. This is something that she found, she'll tell us later. I think she said she found it on Amazon, and she's just gonna tell us a little bit about her experiences. And yeah, I mean, we've seen her detox before, and I guess unfortunately she's still at it. So let's see what she has to say.
It is a 12-day detox cleanse, which essentially you take like 12 vitamins a day, so 6 in the morning, 6 in the evening, and you take like these little drops. They're herbal. Everything is natural, everything is herbal. I'm not a doctor, so don't ask me if it's okay for you, if you have this condition, that condition. I don't know.
What? Wait a minute. A Beachbody coach actually making it clear that she's not a professional? While I appreciate that disclaimer, she really needed it on that last video that we saw her in, of her telling people that Shakeology was perfectly okay and safe to do while doing fertility treatments.
I do think it's okay to start the program when you're struggling with infertility. So yes, I think that this is a perfect program to do when you're dealing with infertility.
What I do know is that I needed a reset. I needed longer than 3 days, because you guys know how I feel about the refresh. I love the refresh. You can get that from Beachbody, you can get that through me. It's a 3-day reset. I needed something longer because I don't know about you guys, but since COVID started, we have been stuck inside. And for me and my husband, what that means is a little bit of extra drinking, you know, come home, have a glass of wine, 2, 3. We're not going out for date nights anymore or often. So it's kind of like every day's a date night. And then, you know, snacking more and maybe not eating the whole foods or holistic as we used to. So I really needed some.
Okay, we're gonna pause and just talk about some stuff. Okay, so as she just mentioned, she does this Beachbody program called the 3-day refresh, which they say is not a crash diet, but it is by definition a crash diet. And if you want to see a deep dive on that, I happen to know of a YouTuber that made a really awesome video on it, and will be linked below. So, it's me, I'm the YouTuber. In that video, we watched her go through 3 days of the refresh, and one thing that she kept on saying throughout that video was, it helps you cut cravings, it helps you break bad habits, blah, 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 because we've been eating like crap, and we need to cut our cravings, and we just need to get back on track. She said that a lot in that last video. Okay, so she's doing this 3-day refresh monthly, and she claims that it helps her, again, break bad habits and cut cravings, but like, is it even really working? Because you're doing the 3-day refresh, you're torturing yourself for 3 days, starving yourself for 3 days, and then like, yay, I'm feeling great, I'm all detoxed and I lost 3 pounds, whatever. And then you just go back to your old habits. I don't get it. You know, like she says that it helps you break bad habits and all that kind of stuff. It helps you reset, as they like to put it. And I don't know, that just doesn't make any sense to me, because obviously it's not working and helping you break your bad habits if you keep having to do it once a month. So what she said in the beginning, this program is a 12-day detox, 4 times as long. Yeah, 4 times as long as the 3-day refresh. I can only imagine like how torturous this is gonna be. I mean, she's about to tell us, but my gosh, 12 days is a really long time to be doing some sort of weird detox cleanse type thing like that. I don't know anything about her personal life. All we know is what we see on social media, but her eating patterns disturb me. She just keeps bouncing back and forth between eating bad, as she puts it, and detoxing. Eating bad, detoxing. Eating bad, detoxing. She's not yet displayed that she can achieve a middle ground. And I think that's kind of disordered. I think that's, I don't know what kind of relationship she has with food. It doesn't seem like it's a good one if she constantly feels like, oh, I'm eating all these bad foods, now I have to detox my body from them. I don't know. I worry about her, I really do. I don't know her at all, but I'm worried about her eating patterns.
It's something to be like, okay, this is it. You're doing this and it's done. So the first 3 days, guys, was really, really hard. Really hard. We had really bad headaches. We were really irritable. And it was from two things. It was A, detoxing from the alcohol for sure, and B, detoxing from all the sugar. Because think about how much sugar's in wine. Also Starbucks every day, all kinds of things. Anyways, the 3 days.
Okay, sorry, pausing again. She said that she was irritable from, she believes, detoxing from the alcohol and detoxing from the sugar. Lady out here works in healthcare and specializes in like drug and alcohol detoxing. Maybe drop a comment below, but I don't understand. The only way I see not drinking alcohol making somebody irritable is if that person is a full-blown alcoholic. Now again, we don't know what's going on at home, you know, for all we know she might be, but it doesn't seem like it based on what we know from her social media. I can't imagine that not drinking alcohol for a couple days will give you a headache unless you're a full-blown alcoholic. But we don't, again, this is just your social media. This is just what we see on our highlight reel. We don't know what's really going on, but based on what we see, it doesn't look like she's a full-blown alcoholic. And then, of course, there goes the demonizing sugar. Oh, we're detoxing from the sugar. Sugar is so bad, blah, blah, blah. She really has nothing substantial to demonstrate why she thinks she and her husband were feeling irritable and cranky and all that kind of stuff. It's probably they were feeling irritable and moody because they were just hungry and they were living off of, you know, weird herbal supplements and teas and stuff like that. All right, let's proceed.
The first 3 days were miserable, but every night before we went to bed, we high-fived, like literally like high-five, and like we did it. Day 3, day 4, and every day we were successful, we high-fived, and it was every day. We both didn't cheat, not even one time during this entire 12 days. No sugar, no nothing. So I'm gonna that in a minute. Anyways, the first 3 days were miserable. After that, it was smooth sailing for us. Every single day we started to feel better, we started to feel more energy, we started to feel less lethargic. I felt like I was clearer, I felt like I had more patience for my children, for my husband, for other people. Just like all in all, just felt much better. And I just spoke to my I came up here and he said he hasn't felt better than he has right now in 5 years. Just so you know, by the way, I'm not sponsored. This is not an ad. The people who make this detox doesn't even know I did it. So this is just me sharing something that worked and you guys can do what you want with it. The foods that you eat are holistic foods. So a lot of ground rice, fish, everything is organic.
I gotta stop it again and talk about this. She says holistic foods. What does that even mean? I think this is a good time to bring up the naturalistic fallacy. We see a lot of this in the health, wellness, fitness industry. Put simply, the naturalistic fallacy is basically the misconception of logic that because something is natural, it must be better. For example, she lists brown rice as a holistic food. Is brown rice better than white rice just because it's brown, or a holistic food, as she says? Brown rice has more fiber than white rice. It's more nutrient dense than white rice. But do those facts necessarily make white rice bad? No. Brown rice is just more nutritionally dense than white rice. That's it. Don't be fooled into thinking that something is better just because it's natural, because that's just not true. Cyanide occurs naturally in the pits and seeds of certain fruits. Cyanide is not good for you. All right, let's proceed.
Buy everything organic. We did our best. Essentially, all you're cutting out are sugars, flour, like wheat of any kind, and milk. You can have butter and you can have eggs, which was shocking for me that you could have those things. But you can also have like chicken and beef if you wanted, but they want majority of your diet to look like fish, brown rice, almonds, stuff like that. So there's a list of foods they want you to eat. There's a list of foods that are acceptable on the detox, and then there's a list of foods that you do not touch during the detox. We were never ever hungry, guys. Never hungry, like never. And really the only difficult part was those first 3 days of just detoxing your body from whatever it is that you need to detox from. And then the habits, right? The bad habits that we form. So every day I thought about Starbucks. Every day I was like, oh my God, what I would do for a pumpkin spice latte right now. But I didn't go, and I lived. Look, I'm standing here. I lived to tell. And every day I thought of Energize, which is not even that bad for you. It's 2 grams of sugar and it's all natural. But you know what? I was like, you know what? By not that bad for you, I mean, it has sugar in it, so it wasn't good for me on the detox, but Energize is amazing for you. BCAAs, all the good things. Just give it to me right in my veins. You know what I'm saying? But I really wanted to do it full tilt and give it my all and really just have the full experience. So what y'all want to know, because I know that's why you're listening to this point, is the weight loss portion, which by the way, guys, we did not do this for weight loss. I swear to you. I lost 6.5 pounds in 12 days, and Mike lost 10 pounds in 12 days. So definitely there is a weight loss component. I put in a slide, like when I first moved to this house, I couldn't put these jeans on, and now it's like, they're big. And they're not even high rise. Like, who am I? Who am I? Anyways, do you want the link? I'm going to link it right below. Swipe up. You're going to be shocked at the price because it is so cheap. And if you're doing it with your husband, you need 2 kits because it's for 1 person each kit. So yeah, I'll link it in this slide or the slide before. I'm also going to put it in my Amazon store. So if you go to my bio, I have a link tree, and then I have an Amazon store. It's under health and beauty. So you can from there too. Again, they don't even know I did this detox. I mean, I should probably work for them. It's called the Wild Rose Detox. And I promise you, I will be doing this 2 to 3 times a year when I'm feeling like my nutrition is falling off track, because guys, honestly, even though I'm a health and wellness coach, I'm not perfect. I'm human. I fall off just like everybody else does. So that's my review. I loved it. Mike loved it. Again, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not really sure who can do it, who can't do it. Obviously, if you have any concerns, check with your doctor.
So that's pretty much the end of her talking, but I want to backtrack a little bit because I want to swipe up and take a look at it. Let's see. Here we go. Oh, there it is. Herbal Detox. Oh yeah, she's Canadian, so the currency is Canadian. Here we go, $44.89 Canadian dollars. Scroll down here. Okay, here's a description. Let's read this description here. Wild Rose Bilherb formula gently promotes bile production by the liver, supporting digestion and enhancing the elimination of toxins. Laxa herb, cleansa herb, and CL herbal extract additionally support the cleansing and elimination of wastes from the system. The diet associated with the program is of great importance. During this period, people can eat all they want, but the selection of food is quite important. The diet should consist of at least 80% alkaline and neutral ash foods, with less than 20% of acid ash foods. What the f***? Referring to the following chart, one should eat less than 20% of the foods in section 1 and 80% or more of the foods from section 2 and 3 combined. If the food is not listed on the chart, they cannot eat it. It is strongly recommended that no alcohol be consumed during this program. Although it is best to not drink coffee during this period of time, people can drink a maximum of 2 cups of black coffee per day. Herbal teas are acceptable. The addition of spice to the diet is acceptable, but the use of store-bought condiments such as ketchup should be avoided. Note, there are no breads or other flour products, dairy products, or tropical fruit allowed during this program. Once you try to eliminate all food that might congest the system during a detox. What? Oh my god. Here's directions. Adults take 2 capsules from each bottle and 40 drops of the CL herbal extract with both breakfast and dinner for 12 consecutive days, not intended for children. CL herbal extract. It's not letting me zoom in. Organic licorice, burdock, just a bunch of plants and herbs. Okay, so this thing is like very herbal plants, witchcraft type deal. I think herbal supplements are under the same category as dietary supplements with the FDA. Meaning that they're not regulated. Their long-term effects typically aren't known. I didn't dive too much into this one because I wanted to focus more on the fact that she was like doing this crazy detox again. Like you guys heard her, so you guys just heard her finish up talking. Like she's saying that she's gonna do this twice a year, and that on top of, remember she already does the 3-day refresh once a month. She talks about how she feels amazing when she's doing this, and that, and I think so much of that, and I think I'm gonna do a video on this at some point, is the placebo effect. You know, the placebo effect really always makes us feel amazing whenever we really want to feel amazing from something that we're doing. I highly doubt that just, you know, all these weird herbal supplements that she's doing are just curing her and like making her more patient with her kids and stuff like that. I don't know. I say all that to say, you know, it's a detox. Those things are dangerous. Unless you have like an underlying health condition in which your liver and kidneys don't work, and that's between you and your healthcare professional, then most of us can detox just fine. We don't need crazy teas or herbal supplements. Let's move on. So the next video we're gonna take a look at is an MLM person who is partnered with a company called Pruvit. And that is not one that we have talked about yet on here, I don't think. It has certainly come across my radar. I've heard of it, I'm familiar with it, but we've just not talked about it yet. But since it's, you know, what a health, wellness, nutrition type MLM, you guys know it's right up my alley. As usual, I found this perusing my Instagram, and she's talking about a lot of stuff. Basically, she is talking about this 10-day ketone challenge or something like that. A quick look at this person's Instagram page. Fueled by ketones, badass mama 2, army vet, married to somebody, anxiety and depression advocate. And then she has a link down there, and if you click it, it takes you to her little Pruvit page. As far as I can tell, she doesn't have any credentials in health, fitness, nutrition, anything like that. So we are gonna take a look at this story, and she is telling us about this 10-day ketone challenge.
But other than all of the Halloween fun, I wanted to take just a minute and show you guys this that I talked about yesterday. It is the 10-day drink ketone challenge. I mentioned that this is the best place for people to start who have never tried ketones. So I want to just open it and show you guys what is inside, because like I said yesterday, it did get a little bit of a facelift, so the contents on the inside have changed just a little bit, but I want to show you guys now. So here is the box. If you turn it to the side, it will show your 10-day transformation guide. This is just a guideline, but if you choose to follow it, I do suggest drinking your charged, which means it has caffeine, upon awakening. That's usually what I do every single day. The caffeine equivalent of your charged ketones is comparable to a cup of coffee, so it's not going to be like too much caffeine where you're just like feeling jittery and like crazy, just enough to just get you going and just feel all of the good things, all the energy, the mood.
Okay, let's pause right there. I want to take this moment and talk about what is a ketone. A lot of people really don't know what a ketone is. Right here and now, let's define what a ketone is. Put simply, ketones, or a ketone body, is the byproduct of the body breaking down fat for fuel instead of glucose. From the website biologydictionary.net, ketone bodies, or simply ketones, are substances produced by the liver during gluconeogenesis, a process that creates glucose in times of fasting and starvation. There are 3 ketone bodies produced by the liver. They are acetoacetate, beta-hydroxybutyrate, and acetone. These compounds are used in healthy individuals to provide energy to the cells of the body when glucose is low or absent in the diet. Really quick, gluconeogenesis is basically, like, put really simply, is basically when your body has to make glucose from non-glucose sources. The terminology broken down for that: prefix gluco means sugar, neo means new, and genesis means the beginning. So gluconeogenesis is basically your body having to make new glucose, i.e. energy, from sources that are typically non-glucose sources. And like the definition said, this is usually in times of fasting or the body is low on glucose, aka running low on carbohydrates. Usually the body uses glucose for energy, which in an extraordinarily complex set of chemical reactions is converted from carbohydrates. When your body's running low on insulin, it can't use glucose for energy the way it's supposed to, so it turns to using fat. This breakdown causes ketone bodies to be released into your bloodstream, and over time it can actually cause your blood to become acidic. All of this stuff to keto warriors sounds like an awesome thing, right? My body's burning fat for energy and not carbs? Sign me up. But it's actually really not that simple. I think I briefly mentioned this before, but I actually have a healthcare background. One of my previous jobs, I was a school health technician, school nurse for short. A big part of my job was diabetes care. I took care of kids with diabetes. All the kids I've ever had have had type 1 diabetes, and that's what we were primarily trained on. Type 1 diabetics who don't look after their blood sugar and insulin and whatnot are at high risk for developing something called diabetic ketoacidosis, or DKA for short. Basically, in DKA, your blood sugar skyrockets because of the lack of insulin, which helps to control your blood sugar levels. And this can release ketone bodies into their blood. This, as I said before, can make the blood acidic, which is not good. In an effort to get rid of these ketones, your body will try and release some through your urine. Whenever my diabetic kids came into the clinic with crazy high blood sugar, the first thing that we had to do was test for ketones. The way we did this was with these special strips that could detect ketones in your urine. Knowing what we know about ketones and DKA and blood sugar and all that kind of stuff, I do not understand how the keto diet could be safe for just anyone trying to lose weight. Because there are actually some medical conditions in which the keto diet has actually been shown to help improve. That's only under the direction and supervision of a healthcare professional. Now we know what a ketone is. Let's proceed.
All of that stuff. Lunchtime, whatever time that may be for you. Aim for a low carb meal. Like, the best thing about ketones, you guys, is you don't need to follow the keto diet in order to drink and benefit from ketones. So if you do a keto diet, that's great, but if not, that's okay. Mid-afternoon, you can drink your caffeine free. So since this pack is caffeine free, you can drink it pretty much personal preference. I tend to drink mine around 2 or 3. Sometimes it's a little bit later, but since it has no caffeine, it's totally okay if even you drink it before bed. I know a lot of people will drink them before bed and call it a nightcap and have their ketones before they go to sleep. Totally fine, totally okay, but just do what works for you. So if you want to follow this guide and you want to drink it mid-afternoon, that's totally fine. Then dinner, another low carb meal if you're hungry. And like I said earlier, if you are following a low carb or keto meal, them before bed and call it a nightcap and have their ketones before they go to sleep, totally fine, totally okay, but just do what works for you. So if you want to follow this guide and you want to drink it mid-afternoon, that's totally fine. Then dinner, another low carb meal if you're hungry. And like I said earlier, if you are following a low carb or keto meal plan, totally awesome. But like I said, you don't have to be following a low carb meal plan. I have a lot of customers, even promoters, who don't follow a keto meal plan and are totally just rocking. But you guys, these ketones are a tool. You need to utilize them as such and know that you need to move your body. You need to eat mindfully. You need to be drinking your ketones a day with this box. And that's the great thing, is that this box allows you to have the charged and the caffeine free, so you are getting 2 doses of ketones a day. But after day 10, drink your ketones daily, reboot We can talk about what happens after day 10, or even if you're feeling really awesome and you want to continue after day 10, we can always talk about, you know, what the next step would be.
Okay, I'm waiting for her to explain what a ketone is and how they actually work. Like, she keeps saying you need to be drinking your ketones, but she hasn't explained why at all.
That is kind of like, that is just the guide. That is basically just the outside of the box. I'm so excited to show you the inside because, like I said, it has got a little bit of a facelift. The contents on the inside have changed, and I'm so excited because look at this. How pretty.
Those look like tampons.
Taste the rainbow, you guys. We got so many awesome new flavors. I'm gonna dump this out and show you guys all of the stuff that comes inside. Okay, so here it is opened up. As you can see, there is a lot of different flavors in here. If you have tried the 10-day drink ketone challenge before, we used to have this was cacao in there. We had Maui Punch, we had Heart Tart. So what they did,
I just want to see these flavors.
okay, so here it is opened up. As you can see, there is a lot of different flavors in here. If you have tried the 10-day drink ketone challenge before, we used to have this was cacao in there. We had Maui Punch, we had Heart Tart. So what they did was they put more of the newer flavors. We do have the blueberry acai in there. We have the True Passion and even the strawberry peach. Some of the original flavors that were in the prior box, we have Time and Splash. These are such amazing flavors. I love them all. Splash reminds me of a watermelon Jolly Rancher, so if you're into that, this flavor is amazing. Lime Time obviously tastes like lime. True Passion reminds me of Sunny D. Blueberry, obviously blueberry, and then strawberry peach, obviously strawberry peach, but all amazing flavors. As I mentioned on here, you will get the charged, which has caffeine, and then the caffeine free. So you will see that the lighter packets are all caffeine free, and then the darker ones are the ones that have the caffeine. So these are the ones that you would drink in the morning, and then these are the ones that you would drink later on in the afternoon or evening, wherever you decide to drink those. But that's kind of it. You'll get this little guide, kind of the same as the inside of the box. You can hang this on your refrigerator or wherever you want to, but I really love that they put it on the box because you won't lose it. But that's kind of it. That is the 10-day drink ketone challenge. And if it's something that interests you,
I'm just gonna swipe up here and take a look at it. Okay, there it is. There's Pruvit. MCTO, $49. Keto cream. Better broth. Okay. A lot of these keto type weird products. I'm looking for the, oh my goodness, this stuff is expensive. I'm looking for the 10-day challenge that she's talking about. I just want to see how much it is. There it is. $99. It's on sale. Okay, I'm doing 10 days every month. Let's see if one time is more. Oh, it's still $99. It's $99 and that's on sale, guys. Wow. So as usual, these products are horrendously overpriced. And what are you even getting? You know, like some weird ketone powder. I don't understand what this thing is even supposed to do. You're drinking these ketones for 10 days and what's supposed to happen? She hasn't explained that at all. Okay, so let's take a look at what's in this actual supplement. So in each box of this 10-day challenge, there are 20 suspiciously tampon-shaped packets of this powder that you're supposed to take. This is the Keto / OS NAT supplement. It's trademarked apparently. Maybe it's because of my biology background, but the OS is a part of the female reproductive anatomy. I don't think that that's what they meant when they put that in the name, but that's what I am thinking of. All right, so let's take a look at one of these packets. So I'm just randomly picking a flavor. Mango Tango, that's the one we're gonna look at. Quick recap, we talked about what a ketone is, guys. Acetone, acetoacetic acid, and beta hydroxybutyrate. So we're gonna take a look at the Mango Tango Charge. That means it has the caffeine in it. Let's take a look at the nutrition facts. Okay, 50 calories per serving. Serving size is 1 keto pack. 5 grams carbs, 4 sugar alcohol. Oh, vitamin B6 as pyridoxine HCl. Spent a whole section on B vitamins. Pyridoxine is the fancy science name for B6. And then vitamin B12 is methylcobalamin. Methylcobalamin is one of the forms of vitamin B12. And then you have calcium, magnesium, sodium. All right, you know, kind of boring stuff. Let's take a look at the next one. So underneath it, it says, so here we have the N8 Max NAT blend, 12.6 grams of this. So in the keto NAT, I don't know how to say this. That is trademarked apparently, and in it is R-beta hydroxybutyrate. So remember, beta hydroxybutyrate is one of the ketone bodies, but there's an R in front of it. Now, if my organic chemistry serves me correctly, the R just refers to the specific molecular configuration of this particular molecule. In organic chemistry, you can have molecules that are very similar, but they might have an R or an L in front of them. And then also cis and trans. In chemistry, cis and trans actually refers to the molecular configuration. Basically just the shape of the molecule. For example, trans fats are different than cis fats. Next thing we have is L-taurine. Taurine is an amino acid. I don't think it is an essential amino acid. Again, the L refers to the configuration of the molecule. And then you have leucine, L-leucine. It says fermented L-leucine. Leucine is an essential amino acid. Essential amino acids are amino acids that you need, but your body can't produce them, so you have to get them from your diet. This one says fermented L-leucine. I don't know. I don't have any words for that. Can you ferment amino acids? The last thing here is CMed 100, inner bark of Uncaria tomentosa. That sounds fancy, but a quick Google search let me know that that is cat's claw, which is a type of plant. So a little bit about cat's claw. According to an article by the National Institute of Health, there's no scientific evidence based on studies in humans that supports using cat's claw for any health purpose. I don't know that much about Pruvit, but based on the little bit that I saw scrolling this girl's website, there's a lot of like ketones, all that kind of thing. It looks like they are just like taking the keto trend and just like running with it. We've talked about keto before. In a clinical setting, it has been studied that the ketogenic diet is actually beneficial to treat certain conditions like epilepsy, for example. That is only under the direction of a healthcare professional like a doctor or a registered dietitian, not under the direction of a Hun bot. Additionally, I say this in all my other videos and I'm never gonna stop saying it. Supplements produced by multi-level marketing companies are not to be trusted. Why? Because they're only there so that these companies can't straight up be called pyramid schemes, you guys. Rounding back to this Pruvit girl, she has 131,000 followers on Instagram. 131 people are watching her and listening to what she's saying, and she has absolutely no credentials that we could see to be giving out the kind of advice and guidance that she is. We listened to her talk about ketones and talk about this product and why you need ketones and why they're amazing, but she talked about nothing of the science of ketones, nothing of the science of diabetic ketoacidosis or ketosis. So she talked about none of that. She sat here and told us over and over again that we need to be taking our ketones, but didn't even explain to us why. My conclusions about this supplement: it's an overpriced MLM supplement, just like all of them. If you made it to the end of this video, congratulations. Thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more just like it, please hit subscribe, and I guess there's a bell that you're supposed to hit too. Why not just do that as well? And yeah, thank you guys so very much for watching.
Oh, who is this boy? Who is this boy? Hey. Oh, this is his favorite spot in the house, right here on our bed looking out the window. Hey, baby. What are you doing? This is Zeus, everyone. He's a big baby. What is this? Oh my god, does he have a tick? Oh, it's a scab. Probably your dumb brother or sister bit you. Oh, what a big boy. You're such a handsome boy. Thanks for getting hair all over my clean comforter. Oh, that's cool. Zeus, can you please say bye? Can you say bye, please? Hey, big head, you say bye? Bye.